Attention, citizens.
Hello.
Did you see Sandra Bullock come out as a lesbian? No, I ain't see that, but I mean, I don't care either. She ain't finna lick nothing over here, so I don't care if she is a lesbian.
Welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, I am Lance. If you're returning, welcome back. First, I want to give a big shout out to our super thanks request, and that is Mesh Productions. Mesh Productions, thank you so much for the super thanks request. You want me to react to the Stitched Together Pictures, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 movie review, Maniacal Cinephile, boy. That's a tongue twister at this time of morning. Join us. That's join us. Oh, that's a cute little house.
Hello?
Kirk?
They're giving me American Horror Story vibes with this music.
I thought you was in a hurry. Ain't that a sex? Give me a hand with that.
Hello, we're Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile, and today we're investigating the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a 1974 horror film directed by Tobe Hooper from a screenplay by Hooper and Kim Henkel. The poster
wait a minute.
claimed...
Wait, hold. Tobe, is that the Tobe Hooper? Is that the same one who did directed Poltergeist? The Polter of all Geist? Okay, Poltergeist movie. 1982. Yeah, 1982. Is it Tobe, right? Don't tell me. No, you. Okay, written. Yep. That's the same one. Directed by Tobe Hooper. Written by Steven Spielberg. I was going to say Steven Spielberg. I knew Steven Spielberg didn't direct it because if I remember, one of you told me he was making something in 1982. Was it E.T. or was it that alien one? I can't remember. And Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Was it during that time? You know what? I'm not going to do any research. I'm a reactor. You guys tell me down below. But I do remember that name Tobe Hooper for Poltergeist. Because if you know anything about me, I love the movie. That was one of my favorite. Screw Pee-wee's Playhouse. It was Poltergeist.
They're here.
I have a lot of weird kid movies. That, 9 to 5.
Is that one of them marijuana cigarettes?
We don't have enough for everybody. Cool it.
Well, I say we hire a couple of wranglers to go upstairs and beat the shit out of him.
The movie Convoy.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Love Machine?
A few others that really are not kid movies, but I remember them watching them as a kid and I really enjoyed them. So take that as you will, I guess. I don't know.
The film is based on true events.
Wait, it is?
Well, not really, little buddy. The filmmakers didn't care about misleading the audience because the government and president lied to them about Vietnam and Watergate. The film was very loosely inspired by grave robber, murderer, and mama's boy, Ed Gein, who lived in Wisconsin and never actually used a chainsaw as a weapon. However, he did create all kinds of objects out of his victims' body parts, like upholstered chairs and lampshades made out of human skin, skulls turned into bowls, a belt made out of nipples, and a skinned face mask and female body suit.
His doorbell was also a nipple. Just give it a ring.
Ed Gein not only inspired Leatherface, but Norman Bates and Buffalo Bill as well. As a boy, Tobe Hooper had family from Wisconsin who would tell him these horror stories about the Butcher of Plainfield. As an adult, Hooper was shopping in a crowded store, desperately wanting to get out. He glanced over at the chainsaws on sale and figured that'd be a great way to hack through the herd of shoppers.
Ooh, I'll remember that on Black Friday. Out of my way, Billy. I want that toy.
This experience and those childhood stories turned into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, let's wrap up those chainsaws and see
Good sound effect.
Who will survive?
And what will be left of them? I'll make room in the fridge.
The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths.
What is a ute?
Excuse me, Your Honor. 2 youths.
For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare.
The news is always so depressing. What else is on?
For horror fans, this is their Star Wars crawl. The opening narration was done by John Larroquette, known for the sitcom Night Court. Of August 18th, 1973, a grave robber steals several remains from a cemetery in Muerto County, Texas.
I guess there's nothing better to do in 1973. Oh.
The robber ties a corpse and other body parts onto a monument, creating a grisly work of art, which is found in the morning.
Only parts of a corpse had been removed.
Stripped of parts, like a car in a bad neighborhood.
No suspects are in custody as the investigation at the scene continues.
Unfortunately, their prime witness was dead. Credits, we see extreme.
I have to give him credit. He goes out and touches some grass at least. He gets some outside footage and everything. He's also he goes on location with head. I wonder if everyone goes, "Are you okay, sir? Did you just leave the hospital? Do you need some help? It looks like you got bandages around your face." Could you imagine if someone walked up to him and said that shit? Especially in the middle of a cemetery, someone would be like, "I'm sorry, do you need some help?" No, I have the camera right here. It's all good. I'm just doing a little, I'm doing a video. To be like, "Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were a burn victim or something. I'm so sorry. Let you go on your way, sir."
Close-ups of solar flares. In reality, that's the sweltering view of Texas from an airplane.
That sounds about right.
The gang pulls off to the side of the
Florida.
road so Franklin can take a leak in a amphora tobacco tin.
Police in Dallas arrested a young couple today.
Now that is product placement.
A truck whizzes by, and the blast of wind pushes Franklin.
You're going quest time.
Franklin!
Poor Franklin. I'm sure his day gets better.
Franklin is played by Paul Partain, and this was his last day. Worried about payment, he told the filmmakers they'd have to find
Hold on for a second. That was funny. That was funny. What was not funny is this. What can you do? But this back sweat, I'm just kind of like, because I could feel it sticking to my back just watching this guy. Hold on, but that can, it's supposed to be the can of piss that hit someone in the head. That was actually kind of funny. That threw me off guard.
A truck whizzes by, and the blast of wind pushes Franklin.
You're going quest time.
Franklin!
Poor Franklin. I'm sure his day gets better.
Franklin is played by Paul Partain, and this was his last day. Worried about payment, he told the filmmakers they'd have to find another fat boy to fall down the hill unless he got paid. So as he's tumbling, there's a check in his shirt pocket.
Good.
My legs! I can't feel my legs! In the van is Sally, her brother Franklin, her boyfriend Jerry, Kirk, and his girlfriend Pam, who is really into horoscopes.
Saturn's a bad influence. It's just particularly a bad influence now because it's in retrograde.
This is going to be a long trip.
They stop at Baghdad Cemetery
You see how thick that book is? It's like War and Peace, that book. That's a whole lot of shit. Mercury's in the intrograde of the Jupiter's subroutine. Oh my God, Jesus. That, like, really?
Check on the grave of Sally and Franklin's grandfather.
Say, fella, I'm gonna run off with the girl a minute. You don't mind, do you?
In Texas, they're now legally married.
You laugh at an old man. There's them that laughs and knows better.
Mr. Mayor, you're drunken in the tire again. With their grandfather's grave undisturbed, the gang sets off and notices an odor.
What's that? What smells?
Pam, whoever smelt it, dealt it.
That's the old slaughterhouse. That's where Grandpa used to sell his cattle.
And on occasion, sell Grandma.
As they drive past the slaughterhouse, Franklin explains the killing process.
They bash him in the head with a big sledgehammer.
Oh, that's awful.
Kirk, you may want to pay attention.
Now they got this big air gun that shoots a bolt into their skull and then retracts it.
Franklin, I like me. Please take this up.
Yes, Franklin, we've seen No Country for Old Men.
Would you hold still, please, sir?
Okay, well, I definitely don't want to see that movie now, Old Country for Old Men. My dad loves that movie. But that's what they do in that movie? That is disgusting. And by the way, go back to this one part right here.
Air gun that shoots a bolt into their skull and then retracts it.
First of all, if he is handicapped, he might be handicapped in the head too, because look at his crazy eyes. Look, I'm a carnivore. I like steak. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't. And the way he did it too is so weird. Look at it.
Franklin, I like me. Please.
I know you can say, "Oh, he's just messing with her" and stuff like that because she's a vegan or whatever, or a vegetarian. Vegan wasn't really a term, especially in the 70s. That was more like a vegetarian. But it just look at his face, just being it's not pissing me off. This guy just pisses me off. I like a weirdo.
Due to the heat, they decide to pick up a hitchhiker.
I think we just picked up Dracula.
Luckily, Franklin's body odor smells like garlic. The greasy hitchhiker with a large birthmark on his cheek explains that his family has always been in meat.
No way, with a sledge. See, that was better. They died better that way.
That's how the vet put down my hamster.
The hitchhiker goes into graphic detail on how they make head cheese.
They use the jowls and the muscles and the eyes and the ligaments.
I didn't know that's what was in that stuff.
I saw it on an episode of How It's Made.
Head cheese was once considered the title of the movie, along with Saturn in Retrograde and Stalking Leatherface. Eventually, some producer came up with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's blunt and to the point. Suddenly, the hitchhiker grabs Franklin's pocket, studies it, and cuts his own hand.
What are you doing to yourself?
I ask myself the same thing whenever I have Taco Bell.
I have this knife. It's a good knife.
I'm not sold. Can it cut through a shoe? Speaking of cheese, the hitchhiker whips out his camera and takes a photo of Franklin.
It's so annoying when people take pictures of their food.
It didn't turn out so good.
You can pay me now. Huh? $2.
He also takes family portraits at JCPenney.
Oh, good.
You took these, huh?
Yeah.
When they refuse to pay the hitchhiker for the photograph, he blows up the picture and attacks Franklin.
I think I'm starting to see some red flags.
The hitchhiker is thrown out, and he smears a bloody symbol on the side of the van.
Really? That's the last goddamn hitchhiker I ever...
I mean, technically, he is right.
I mean, technically, yeah. We slaughter barbecue. He's fresh.
Out of gas, the van stops here at the Cook's gas station, where the attendant likes to stare at the sun.
This is an actual location? He is not sitting out in front of this location in this costume.
At the gas station, the cook says they're out of
sitting in front of this location in that costume. So this place looked kind of dead for a second. Hold on for a second. Let's go right here. This has to be the same location, right? This must be before, because this place looks kind of dead as far as if it's. But then go back. Hold on. I see an open sign, so they must. This guy? Yeah, this is the same location. He's actually sitting in front. Open. I wouldn't even. I give you mad props, my friend. I give you. Give him mad props. To sit in front of this place in daytime. I give you mad props, my friend.
At the gas station, the cook says they're out of gas.
I got no gas.
You're out of gas?
My tank's empty.
Though he just had chili, so he may have gas late this afternoon. Franklin then asks for directions to his grandfather's house.
Why don't you fellas stick
I thought that was Billy Bob Thornton for a second. That could be Billy Bob Thornton's daddy right there.
Around here a while.
Come to the gas station, where you can see the sun.
Hey, you think this place has room service?
Room service? No, but you can eat barbecue, sleep in a cabin, shower, then poop, hang out, and play with their cats.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hey, I bet that's some of that guy's blood. Do you think I said something made him mad?
Well, you did open by calling him Dracula.
Hey, that guy smeared blood all over the van.
We don't see it in the movie, but in the screenplay, this symbol is also on the back of Grandpa's chair. Barbecue in hand, the group then sets off for the old Franklin place.
Thank you for the context.
Upon arrival, the group decides to wash the blood off the van.
Here, man, you wash it off.
Looks like he has a turd.
Don't worry, gang. I don't mind getting wet. Must be one of those hard-shell peppercorns. Sally then gives the grand tour of her grandpa's house. In the script, after their grandpa died, their Uncle Ed lived in the old stone house until layoffs at the slaughterhouse drove a lot of people away. Where do they keep all their denim?
Where do they keep all their denim?
My bad. I didn't know you were having an orgy.
While everyone laughs it up upstairs, Franklin is having a rough day. I know Franklin has this reputation for being a very annoying character, but I always felt bad for him. He's in a wheelchair, he's the fifth wheel on this trip, he rolled down a hill, he got covered in urine, and he got cut by some crazy hitchhiker.
It's gonna be a fun trip.
Okay, kill him!
I have any more fun today? I don't think I'm gonna be able to take it.
Oh, today, fun is making Franklin its bitch.
Paul Partain stayed in character the entire time, which annoyed his co-stars. He was worried that if he took Franklin off, he wouldn't be able to put him back on. Kirk and Pam leave the others behind to go swimming, but the creek is all dried up.
Somebody must have carried him when he was little.
Franklin never was little.
It's not easy birthing a baby. And a tiny wheelchair.
Kirk hears a gas-powered generator, and they head towards a nearby house.
I was good at it.
Now it appears that the old Franklin place is way behind the farmhouse, but that's not true. A gate, huh? Well, this movie has taught me nothing about trespassing. Okay, not that way. That's barbed wire. Maybe if I go this way.
Is that poison ivy?
Chain in the groin.
That's not good.
50 years later, Quick Hill Road now dead ends into a highway. In reality, the old Franklin place was over here, right across the street from where Leatherface's house once stood. In the outtakes, you can see the house from the driveway. Sadly, the Quick family home on Quick Hill Road burnt down in the late 70s.
Oh. Damn, he actually went out to locations and stuff like that. Good for you. Holy shit.
Under some camouflage netting, Kirk finds a pack of automobiles.
Grandpa ordered a lot of Meals on Wheels.
In reality, the farmhouse was being rented by a guy appropriately named Smokey, who was growing pot in the backyard. Hoping to barter for some gasoline, Kirk looks for someone at the house.
Got something for you.
Ew.
That porch really needs to see a dentist. Kirk knocks the door open and hears pig noises coming from inside.
Scatter! The cops are here!
Hey, Pam!
Hey, Pam! You should go in first.
Oh.
The blow turns him into an Irish river dancer, and it takes a second hit to finish him off.
Kirk?
He's dead, and she's still nagging him.
Weird. Kirk never goes missing at home.
This dolly shot, following Pam under the swing, with the farmhouse growing in size, has been voted one of the best dolly shots in cinema. And it almost didn't happen. The producers told Tobe Hooper to only follow the shot list. Well, Hooper and cinematographer Daniel Pearl knew this was the perfect shot to start the second act, so they fought for it, and the rest is history. I caught you looking at Pam's ham.
Yeah, I know it's an interesting
When Pam
shot.
enters the living room,
I mean, it is a good shot because you can get to see the house and stuff. But for the fellas, it's a great shot. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a great shot. Look at that. Look at that. I see some booty.
Bones and body parts.
Oh my gosh.
Quiz time! Will Pam die by A, hammer, B, meat hook, C, chainsaw, or D, feather allergy?
That's why I would die from a feather allergy.
Help! They keep me as a sex slave!
According to Hitchhiker actor Edwin Neal, art director Bob Burns didn't know that if you stuff a chicken in a tiny cage, it'll have a heart attack and die. Bob kept having to find new chickens before Toby found out.
My favorite nugget was nugget number 3.
The human bones were real. Apparently, if you lived in India and dropped dead, they'd put a stamp on your skeleton and ship you off to Hollywood.
Something wrong.
Well, I don't know what was about the 70s and 80s using like real skeletons. I also heard that Poltergeist, during the whole, at the ending, they had all these, they actually used real skeletons, I heard. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, because this is also coming from the same video saying the Poltergeist haunted. They say the movie's haunted, basically. So, actual real skeletons in Poltergeist. And now they're using real skeletons here, too. I mean, you couldn't... Really? I guess you want realism. I guess, yeah. I mean, you get the realism.
A
Of course not. This is a lovely room of death.
Pam tries to flee, but Leatherface suddenly appears. Fellas, if you love her, never let her go.
It's never too early to
hook.
hang.
That was a mean
Halloween decorations.
Audiences swore they saw the hook go in her back. But they don't. In fact, this movie isn't that bloody. It's more psychological. It's the audience's imagination that fills in the blanks. The shot was also very cleverly done. Pam isn't wearing much clothing, but cinematographer Daniel Pearl's then wife, Dottie, trimmed a parachute harness to fit under her wardrobe. On the harness was a D-hook, and it was already slid onto the meat hook, now turned the other way for safety. Gravity did the rest of the work to give it a realistic slam. As Pam watches, Leatherface fires up his chainsaw and turns Kirk into Jimmy Dean sausages.
Hey, Pam, your horoscope says to hang in there.
In the evening, Franklin argues with his sister over his missing knife.
When did you have it last?
Well, I didn't have it last. You had it last.
Seriously, what the hell did Sally do with Franklin's knife? Jerry's search for Pam and Kirk also leads him to the farmhouse. Hello? I'm also here to die. And here's something coming from the chest freezer. But their ads say fresh and never frozen.
At least he didn't die, screaming like a bitch.
To sell the effect, a crew member held Jerry by his belt and yanked him down. Leatherface is the deadliest character, but also the most frightened. He's basically the family guard dog protecting the home from intruders.
Andy, so all those bones are trespassers?
No, but a no trespassing sign wouldn't hurt.
What am I doing? I wanted to go to cosmetology school.
If you ever wondered why Leatherface has that wire in the mouth, it comes from the country expression, a coat hanger, smile. Franklin, the light is green!
Jerry! Jerry!
Jerry, I washed your van. A thank you would be nice.
Sally, they took the keys. We don't have any keys.
Oh no! One of us will have to walk! But who?
The siblings bicker over splitting up and the flashlight.
I can't push it down that hill!
I'll push him down the hill.
Fed up and not wearing a bra, Sally leaves, but Franklin follows, forcing her to push him towards the farmhouse.
Sally, I hear something. Stop. Stop.
Now the killer's not waiting for them to trespass. Like a true Texan.
Even Leatherface knows. You have to eat a vegetable.
Again, you never see the chainsaw make contact. Toby Hooper and a crew member are just off screen, spitting a cup of blood at Gunnar Hansen. Leatherface then chases Sally through the woods. For a while. Dude, if your family is starving, maybe start a tree trimming service? Leatherface actor Gunnar Hansen makes a careful turn there because while running in the woods, he fell and almost hurt himself with the chainsaw. Sally runs into the farmhouse where she finds the seemingly dead grandpa and the rotting corpse of Grandma.
Oh, God. Oh.
You know what? That's my ideal body weight.
Jerry probably took Leatherface's keys.
Remember how Smokey was growing pot in the backyard?
Yeah.
Well, on this night, the lady who was making meals for the crew brought magic brownies. Gunner went into the kitchen, saw a plate of brownies, and dug in. So in these shots, Bubba is super high. Luckily, I found the house's emergency exit upstairs.
If needed, I can sell her a wheelchair no one's using.
Leatherface then heads back downstairs and chases Sally through the woods. Some more.
Could you imagine, like, oh my God, you had to run through the woods at night, blazed off your ass. I've had those kind of brownies before, and I remember I felt like my brain was hemorrhaging. I was watching The Fifth Element when it first came out in the theaters. It was Gay Pride weekend, and we went to Gay Days at Disney. And then right afterwards, we didn't even go to the hotel and take a shower. We went straight to see Fifth Element, and we ate popcorn. Oh my God. We sat in like the fourth row. It was right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was intense. I could imagine running around and shit. Oh my God.
Uh-oh, she's having dreams about her time in the Manson family. Gunnar Hansen was so much faster than Marilyn Burns that he had to jog and kill time cutting branches. It would be these very trees that Sally ran through to get back to the gas station. Help! Sir, help! Do you have any more of that bomb-ass barbecue? In reality, the gas station is 43 miles from where the house once stood. That's a 14-hour walk.
I thought the chase felt long.
I'm sorry I'm coughing quite a bit. I hope I'm not. I feel like I'm getting congestion and shit like that, so I apologize. I'm starting to get congestion. I took some guaifenesin. Was it that Mucinex stuff? A few hours back. I'm hopefully that, because every time I don't. It's not. I know it's bad. Sorry. I apologize.
Sally runs into the gas station where the cook tries his best to calm her.
She probably has a bug in her hair.
Excuse me, do you sell any of those Texas license plate keychains? I'm so hungry. I could eat my brother. The cook then returns, but something tells me he's not there to help.
What do you want?
Me, when my cats won't eat their dinner.
I know this.
The cook knocks Sally out and ties her up. The rabbit goes under the log and through the hole. The cook gags Sally and loads her into his pickup
that
truck.
dirty ass rabbit.
Which, by the way, there's hardly any room in this thing.
Had to lock up and get the lights. Cost of electricity is enough to drive a man out of business.
And this family cannot afford to lose another income.
I hope you're not too uncomfortable down there.
She better give him a good rating on Uber.
Heading back to the farmhouse, the cook sees the hitchhiker. See? No one else was stupid enough to pick him up.
Half-wit. Little coon.
How the hostess greets us at the Texas Roadhouse.
Come here, you nap-haired idiot!
And when our table is ready, at the Texas Roadhouse. The cook gets out and scolds him for grave robbing.
I told you to stay away from that graveyard!
And the title should have been the Texas Broomstick Beatdown.
That'd be a good one.
What your brother did to that door!
He'll have to put his face in the corner. But which face?
As they enter the house, Leatherface reappears, now wearing a blue apron, an old woman's face.
I thought you was in a hurry.
He'd fit right in, working for the TSA.
None of them get away? Are you sure?
I believe him. Just look at that face.
Get back in there! Get in there!
The cook believes women belong in the kitchen.
According to director Toby Hooper and actor Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface is entirely devoid of personality beyond the mask he wears and what his family commands him to do. As he prepares dinner, he takes on the role of Grandma.
But he isn't making cookies. He's making ladyfingers.
The cook orders the hitchhiker to bring down Grandpa.
Hey, Leatherface! Give me a hand with Grandpa!
Changing Grandpa is a two-person job. His special all-liquid diet means all-liquid diapers.
Ew.
Oh, please. I can carry Grandpa down the stairs all by myself.
Shooting the dinner scene was hell. Once 19-year-old John Dugan got into the Grandpa makeup, he didn't want to get into it again. Jim Sydow, the cook, was also leaving for a play. The only way to get this scene done was if they shot for almost 30 hours straight. The brothers carry Grandpa into the dining room, where Leatherface slices Sally's finger so that Grandpa can suck her blood. Because the blood rig wasn't working and the shoot was dragging on, Gunnar Hansen removed the tape from the blade and sliced Marilyn's finger for real.
Oh my God.
The old man springs to life, nursing on Sally's finger like a newborn baby, until she faints.
She's gonna miss the part where they burp him.
The next morning, Sally regains consciousness.
Nugget number 3!
How I react when I see a salad. Can't we have one normal meal as a family? The family bicker with one another and taunt Sally.
You like this, Dave?
Sally is about to become a victim of identity theft.
Where's my damn? I have to say, that's actually a nice little, cute little palette right there. It opens up and stuff like that. That's actually a cute little palette. Blood red.
Help me!
It's rude to play with your food.
He's just a cook.
Shut up, you honk.
Things we hear at Thanksgiving.
Just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like it.
Like flossing.
Anything you want?
Anything, huh? What would your reaction be if they wanted you to clean the living room? Excuse me, was there gonna be dessert? One thing I love about this scene is Sally's descent into madness is so loud and in your face.
That's how close my grandma takes pictures.
Meanwhile, Jim Sidow's performance is more subtle, as we see his moral schizophrenia on display. He laughs along with his brothers, but catches himself every so often and is conflicted.
No need to torture the poor girl.
Now, young lady, hurry up and eat before your friends get cold.
The camera Daniel Pearl is shooting on has an ISO of 25. 25. For instance, right now, I'm shooting with an ISO of 800. The lowest my camera will go is ISO 100, and this is what it looks like. With an ISO of 25, he needed big, powerful lights just to get exposure. Those hot lights were cooking that nasty food. Also, they never cleaned Leatherface's outfit in fear of losing it, so Gunner always had horrible BO. At one point, even Gunner had to go outside and throw up. Basically, it was 120 degrees in there and the place stunk. The family finally decide to kill Sally with a hammer.
Hey, Grandpa, we're gonna let you have this one.
At that house, some say you can still hear the echoes of her screams.
Grandpa's the best killer there ever was. I never...
How this turned that into was a restaurant or just a bed and breakfast? It looks like almost like a bed and breakfast.
Took more than one lick, they say.
The same can be said about me and a Tootsie Pop.
They try to include Grandpa in the activity, but Grandpa's grip is weak and he drops the hammer repeatedly.
Come on, Grandpa.
Grandpa's crusty.
I'm starting to see why he lost his job. Sally's been single a few hours, and already old men are hitting on her. When the hitchhiker becomes impatient, Sally breaks free, jumping through another window. Which I'm starting to think, this house doesn't have emergency exits.
Well, that's one way to dine and dash.
Looking like she lost a fight to a bottle of ketchup, Sally is chased by the hitchhiker and Leatherface down the driveway. Wait! You forgot your leftovers! Too busy cutting bacon off Sally's back, the hitchhiker doesn't see an oncoming cattle truck.
Wow! What a dummy!
He became what he loved. Roadkill. Get out of here, flies! While Leatherface carves his initials into the truck's door, the driver grabs a wrench and throws it at Leatherface's skull. How embarrassing. Especially because his pants are unzipped.
Yeah, I noticed that too earlier.
The only thing protecting Gunner's thigh was a metal plate, a piece of meat, and a blood bag. The metal plate got hot so quick that Gunner thought he cut into his leg for real.
Ooh.
Doesn't the making of this movie sound fun? Ironically, now it's Sally's turn to be a hitchhiker.
It sounds like the 70s were didn't have a lot of protocols on safety, especially when you're doing these kind of movies. So you don't expect too much of a health packet in these kind of movies, especially during the 70s and 80s. Especially the 70s looks like, Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised she didn't try jumping through the window. As the pickup truck drives away, Sally laughs hysterically.
Sally then became the poster girl for maxi pads.
Marilyn thought she had taken off that blood-soaked clothing for the last time, only to get a call that she had to come back and do it again. She really did lose her mind. As the sun rises, Leatherface swings his chainsaw in frustration.
dance like no one's watching.
Yeah.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the greatest independent horror films ever, and probably my favorite movie, but it lacks in plot and character development and makes up for in subtext. There's a lot of themes and messages hidden in that sausage casing. For instance, Grandpa lost his job at the slaughterhouse after being replaced by the cattle gun. Grandpa is a victim of industrial capitalism, forced to become a literal bloodsucker. Whoops, I said the B word again. No, Grandpa, I don't have any more hippie blood. You're gonna have to settle for hipsters. Grandpa, what are you doing? Put down the hammer. Whoa, look out! Whoa, put it down! The dinner scene is a parody of family dynamics. You have the breadwinner who comes home after a long day, the rebellious artsy teenager, and the neglected housewife.
She cooks, but keeps a messy house.
The film is also pro-vegetarian by treating and slaughtering its main characters like farm animals.
I don't think I can have chicken nuggets ever again.
Little buddy, we're going to McDonald's. You want anything?
Ooh, I'll have chicken nuggets.
Hooper actually tried for a PG rating, but the MPAA rated it R, despite only featuring maybe a gallon of blood. The film is mainly psychological. Those can't be actors. They have to be real psychos. And that house feels like the lived-in house of a murderer. Bob Burns' fantastic art direction is also a major character in the film, and it wouldn't be the same without it. Edwin Neal said it was very easy to act like a crazy person on that set.
Mostly because Ed is a crazy person.
Can you be crazy?
Boy, have you got the right guy!
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the most influential horror movies in history, often imitated but never duplicated. For 50 years, its legacy has lived on, thanks to multiple sequels, remakes, prequels, requels, merchandise, comic books, and video games. It's only a matter of time until it's rebooted again, and when it is, the Boot and I will be waiting.
And he actually went to locations too. That's really dope. I like that. He shows a little bit of a location. I didn't believe it at first. I was like, what is this? But it's a shame though that some of the locations actually kind of were no longer there. But it was nice to see him go out there and in costume, in full costume. Jesus Christ, I give you mad props on that. Happy New Year is coming up. Jesus, New Year. Yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Love, peace, and grease.